Guys, what is going on today? I'm going to show you guys, not show you guys, but like discuss a little bit into tier 4 weapons, class exclusive weapons, however you want to call them. I'll be showing you some game footage of me farming on my Japanese accounts as I go ahead and carry my newly fresh Alexander account. So I'll go ahead and just show some gameplay off that while I go ahead and discuss this tier 4 video. So one thing I want to talk about is tier 4 weapons specifically, because these are an entirely different tier of class weapons in itself. The first being added to global was Graham, so you guys are already aware of what tier 4 weapons are. So I'm going to go ahead and discuss a little bit further into the weapon series itself. So tier 4 weapons, like each class gets their own specific tier 4 weapons. Just to name a few on top of my head. For Desperos we have Durando and Drill. For Leaf we have Wolf, Belio, whatever you want to call it. Assassins have Izanagi or Izanami, and Kamui, and Guardian has Gungnir, and if I remember correctly, Valkyrie has Graham, and Shrine Store Nerus. So those are just a couple on top of my head as of right now. There's a little bit more added to the game, but I'm not going to go ahead and go into further details about these. So what's so special about these weapons? There's a few things about them that makes them interesting. One is every source of damage that they do is fixed. So each whether it's an auto attack or a special attack, each of the tier 4 weapons can go up to a certain amount in terms of damage. So Graham, you guys are aware, in global goes up to like 100 mil. I think in Japanese it goes up to like 200 mil. You don't really use these weapons for damage most of the time. They're just there for the buffs. That's how I use them specifically. You can skill them up if you want to. I skilled Graham up specifically just so I can get the little bit of boost in healing from the auto attacks. That's specifically why I did the healing. You can skill up Graham for the attack. I wouldn't because there's so much more better weapons that could benefit from the skill ups aside from Graham. But if you feel like it, those are good ways to use them. Because tier 4 weapons are guaranteed a not shelf life, but like they're guaranteed a good decent lifespan once the meta comes. As of right now, in the Japanese server, it is in meta. But I can assure you guys, once tier 4 weapons come out with all these extinction wave content we're getting, that it's probably not going to be beneficial to have in the long run. So yeah, you skill those up, it basically boosts the damage. And another thing to consider, that when you use a tier 4 weapon, they can be hit by extinction waves. So there's some weapons out there that cannot be hit by extinction wave. Osiris, Athena, goddesses, those types of stacks cannot be removed by extinction wave. However, tier 4 weapons can. So let's say Graham, if you use a Graham, then it get hit by extinction wave, you lose that +3 buffs for everyone. So you gotta be really careful about that. But mainly for how I use Graham is I use it at the I use it after an extinction wave, so I make sure to get the maximum benefits of the weapon. After that, what I would do depends on what you want to if you guys want, you can have multiple tier 4 weapons as well. That's also beneficial to have. However, again, 45 seconds to a minute is usually how most extinction wave lasts for. So you probably get that 1 minute of buffs, and then you go ahead and just go on with the fight afterwards. Now you guys have to consider that after an extinction wave, that weapon slot becomes a dead slot because it blacks out. So you have to be very careful on how you use it, because once the extinction wave hits, you basically have 4 weapons to work with and whatever meta you're using with. So be very, very careful about that as well. The next thing to talk about is they are very, very hard to get. So you guys are aware how hard goddesses to get. Tier 3 weapons like mythic weapons, diamond crafts are kind of hard to get, not really. And goddesses are very, very hard to get. Tier 4 weapons, if they're in the lotto, is extremely, extremely hard to get. So my fresh account for my Alexander, it took me about 2,000 or so gems to get it. That doesn't seem like a lot on paper. For some of you guys that reroll, that's nothing. But again, that's rerolling. but again, that's for raid subs as well. So 2,000 gems for one tier 4 weapons. That is a lot, a lot, a lot. So you guys have to be really careful about that. So if you plan on having a tier 3 weapons, you got to save up a lot. Tier 4 weapon, you got to save up a lot. Otherwise, it's probably not going to happen. That's why boxes exist. For some tier 4 weapons, you can get it in the box. Graham, Durandal, and Izanagi are the 3 down on top of my head that do get boxes. There's some as well, but it's further down the road, and most of the newer tier 4 weapons don't get boxes, so you're probably never going to see them in boxes. So you gotta pray in RNG that you will get it. So those are just a few points I want to touch on, guys, for tier 4 weapons. They are very, very unique weapons. Very, very powerful if the meta sets for them. The reason why the Japanese server is in meta right now for tier 4 weapons is because of the recent Crusader Guardian tier 4 weapons, Gungnir, which basically lets us, so if you have that buff up, it protects all tier 4 weapons for 1 extinction wave. So that 45 seconds to 1 minute becomes a minute and a half to 2 minutes, which is double the speed. And then you have weapons like Alexander that grants Death Sprawl like triple their power. So fights right now are insanely fast because of those 2 weapons in particular. So up until then, Gungnir is a very, very new tier 4 weapon, so you're probably not going to see it in global for a while. So if you guys do plan on using tier 4 weapons, just be very careful about the extinction waves and just play around that if you plan on bringing it with you. So thank you all for watching. Those are just a few quick points I want to touch on for tier 4 weapons. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment in the section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.